positive impact on our community. That's a part of the people and community pillar. That's what the Rosendin Foundation does. How many of y'all know about the Rosendin Foundation? Every single hand should go up. Okay. Well, in 2020, we formed, we're the 501c3 nonprofit branch of Rosendin Holdings. We are giving out financial grants to nonprofits. We are positively impacting our communities, building and empowering people, and inspiring innovation. We are the arm that does that good to the community. Just like Rosendin, we have core values. We spent a lot of time thinking about these core values and understanding and listening and recognizing what the people wanted. Our origins is we came from Leadership Academy, but we added one more value. We are thankful. We're thankful to all of you because with your hard work, with your efficiency, we have funding to be able to give to others in need. We're thankful for the nonprofit partners that do this amazing work, that fill that gap that's impacting our communities. We all know we're heading into recession. People are hungry, literally hungry. The issues are magnifying. And that's where we need to do our part to support. We did a lot of things in these last couple of years to really impact programming. I'm going to focus in on what we did this year. Annual grants, we just gave out 41 grants, $535,000. We've actually given out a little more than $550,000 this year to these organizations. I'm going to play a little video that showcases a little bit about our grants. We go through a very stringent process with our grant-making committee that reviews every one of the 151 grant applications that we received. We verify that the nonprofits are in good standing with the IRS as well as with the state. We look at their 990 tax returns. We look at their budgets. We look at their audited financials. We confirm that these are legitimate, good organizations that if we invest in, we can partner and create even more good and positive impact to our communities. We do this in two forms. We give out emergency grants as well as annual grants. Our annual grants are up to $50,000. We listen to y'all. In 2020, we just gave out emergency grants. We gave out about $185,000, primarily to food banks and domestic violence. What we recognized in 2021, when we first launched the annual grants, we gave out a lot of small grants to a ton of organizations so we could listen to the community and recognize what the needs were. We also went around with a roadshow and talked to people, our people, to understand what are the needs in our local communities. And we recognized we wanted to give more and truly invest in some partners. So since that, what we've actually done, wait, let me go back, this slide. We've been able to increase the amount of money that we've given every single year. We're increasing that impact that we're doing. But it's not just our dollars that we're doing, we're also impacting the amount of time and our talents to engage with the community, providing our labor, providing our services, being engaged. It's very, very easy for us to go to work and go home and put the blinders on to what everything else is happening. With our service days, our people are getting in the community. They're understanding what the needs are. What we need from you, because we still are listening, we want to know more. How can we better impact? How can we better engage with you? So next year, we're going to have even more volunteer opportunities because we've got some really fun programming coming up. So here's some photos from some of our service days. And the other cool thing we did was we actually hosted a fundraiser, and we kind of did pretty well with it. We sold out in a month and a half, and we netted over $197,000. We did pretty good for our first time out of the bat. We were proud of the work that our committees did. Our people did this, first time ever. And we knocked it. It was awesome. But in addition to that, we've also been making impact. When we think about what we've done at GCU, and we're seeing that immediate pipeline, well, we also think about it a little earlier. In 2020, some of y'all remember seeing these activity books where we did our coloring and activity books to teach you about careers in construction at the elementary school. Well, this year, we have a Spanish version. Our employees translated this, and they're now at all the offices, and they're being donated out to the communities, because we recognize what is the majority of our future workforce. We need to make sure we get into our communities, that people know what we do, that they know that there's opportunities out there. And that leads me to what we're doing next, and that's construction camp. I don't know how many of y'all are friends with me on LinkedIn or see some of the things that we've been doing, but for the last few years, Rosendin and Pflugerville, we've partnered to be the title sponsor for a construction camp for girls, middle school age, to get hands-on construction learning, where they're learning how to bend pipe, they're learning how to strip wire, they're learning how to build lamps, they're learning how to operate heavy equipment. They run forklifts, skid steers, and mini X's. They're learning how to work with their hand tools. We're bringing that to our Rosendin communities. So starting in this summer of 2023, we're going to have week-long co-ed camps for boys and girls in Gallatin, in Arizona, as well as in Austin, and we'll have mini electrical only in Anaheim and Sherman. Then each year thereafter, we're adding 3 more camps. 3 more camps, 3 more camps. Until in 2027, every one of our locations has a week-long construction camp. You're asking, why are we doing this with middle schoolers? Because we need to get ahead of the curve. If we need to fill a gap of 600,000 workers, where do you think you're going to get them from? We got to show them the video games that they like to play with. Oh, look, we got a career path for you in BIM. Oh, you like to do that? Check out this cool stuff that we can do. We got robots. We got prefab. We've got all these exciting things. But if all kids are told is there's STEM and there's coding and there's tech jobs, they're never going to think of construction as their career path. But if we get to them early, we keep going with them in middle school. And remember, when you graduate from your week-long camp, you got your starter set of Milwaukee tools, and you've got all your PPE, so you can start to build. Each year you come back, you get another tool for your tool bag. So this is how we build up our future. The tools that our kids get, guess what's on the list of the apprenticeship program, the tools that those kids need to have to get in? These kids will have the tools, they'll have the resources, they'll have the knowledge. If we can train it up, that's our workforce. And we continue to mold and develop, start mentoring them, pairing them with our experienced electricians, our experienced engineers, our experienced modelers, our experienced trainers, our project management. Get them to see that this is a future that looks like me that can be there for them. It's not just talking to the parents about, hey, you're going to make a lot of money. It's getting these kids excited. Because, for me, I love my job. I don't know about y'all, but I've been in construction for 17 years, and I absolutely love construction. Every child out there should love construction. And hopefully that's that workforce that we're developing, are people that truly love to build, that love to tinker, that love to come up with new ideas. So there's a lot of benefits about camp. We've got some partners already lined up. We really want y'all to get engaged with us, to volunteer with us. Share your time, share your talents, share your skills. Tap your teammates. Give me those good electricians. Let's show off for these kids. Because you know what was cool? And Sean can attest to this, and Ron can attest to this. Mike can attest to this. When you saw those kids bending pipe better than some of our apprentices, it gives you an idea. And these are like 10-year-olds, 14-year-olds, like little bits. But they could bend pipe like a seasoned veteran. That's our future. So I just want y'all to get engaged. And another plug, I'd really, really love it if y'all continue to get engaged with us. Think about becoming a sustaining donor. Rosendin matches it. Any dollar an employee of Rosendin gives, Rosendin matches. More money, the more we can do, the more impact we can make, the more positivity we can do, and the more we can build and empower people and inspire innovation.
Shelter isn't about warehousing people. Recovery is not about getting people okay for a second. When was the last time they dreamt? When was the last time they said, man, I wish I could go back to school. I wish I could have this job. They don't think like that anymore because they're not living, they're surviving.
I have a future. I don't see one, I have one. I have options, I have opportunities. I just have a chance at a life now. Everything good in my life has happened because of this place. It saved me. I would not be who I am unless this place did it. They saved me.
Laura's House provides 24-hour crisis hotline. We provide emergency shelter for women, men and their children where they can stay for up to 6 weeks. We have modalities that include sand tray therapy, which our small clients will choose figures or animals or even like a doll's house, and they'll reenact for us the experiences that they had. That's kind of one of the most powerful processes I think that we provide here at Laura's House.
And along with being a grant recipient for the Rosendin Foundation, Rosendin employees actually donated 2 truckloads of in-kind donations to Laura's House for their warehouse and resale stores.
My name is Carlos Diaz. I'm the dental director for the People's Community Clinic. In Austin, unfortunately, there's an extremely big need of dental services. There's patients that come that sometimes they haven't seen a dentist in their life. Just understand that every dollar, every cent that is given to us is utilized and maximized the best way possible.
Many of the kids are homeless, so we provide emergency shelter.
The Grayson County Children's Advocacy Center is a nonprofit organization dedicated to providing every service a child who has experienced abuse might need. Everything from the initial investigation to treatment and even assisting in the prosecution.
The services that we provide here can change a child's life in a way that lets them go on to lead happy, healthy lives. I don't ever want to get to a day where we have to turn a family away.